Now, let's get on with the show. We're going to be seated, all seated for the core exercises. Starting out with good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wait, this isn't the Truman Show. Good afternoon. I'm Ron. This is Ageless Balance. We're going to start out with marching. Like that. Seated in your chair, butt out to the edge of the chair. Everything's aligned, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, knees and toes all facing the same direction. Right straight up. Bring up the heels first, then the ball of the foot up and up, up and up. That easy. Start getting it a little bit higher if you can, making sure that the back doesn't start to arch down. Chin stays the same amount of distance away from the chest all the way through this. All the way, up and up. We're going to start out with heel digs, just out. Alternating is the word I'm looking for. Alternating heels out and in. Alternating legs and back in. Out. Slow down because arms back. As the toe or the heel comes out, arms come up over the top. Roll the shoulder blades back and then bring the foot back in. Other side. Up and out. Dropping that heel on the floor, rolling the shoulders back. And down. As you come forward, bring the arms back as far as they'll go without leaning forward. So stay upright, arms back, and then up. And a couple more. Out and in, out, and bring it back. All right, this time picking that foot up as you did before, but this time kicking out, back in and down. So where last time we dug the heel, we're going to do the same thing, except this time we're going to keep the heel up off the floor without letting the back crunch down. Make sure you're on the edge of the chair. So you don't want to start pushing yourself back, making it too easy. Don't make it too easy. Up and out, arms out to the side and together. As you bring that foot up and kick, bring the elbows back and together. Out, stretch it out, get that chest, front of the shoulders, warming up those muscles in the upper back between the shoulder blades, working them posture muscles. Out and back. Squeeze it, bring it back in, out and in. Last one and back. Stepping out to the side, side touches, toe taps, out. Get this first, then we'll add the arms to it. But for right now, pick the foot up, tap it out to the side, bring it back in, control the muscles, right straight up, out to the side, tap the toe, pick it up and bring it back. So don't clomp out to the outside. This is just a toe tap, so that you're using those fine motor muscles. Getting those reaction times to improve, getting those fine muscles to strengthen back up again as they start to die off as you get older. Out, as we get older, I should say. I'm up there. Out and in, out and in. All right, here we go. As you step out, arms up overhead. It's kind of like a step jack. Out and in. Stepping out, roll the shoulders as high as you can get them back down. We're not using upper body. We're not using the shoulders, but we want to get them stretched out. Range of motion, flexibility, always, always. Even if we're not using them, we still want to get those muscles working. Out and back. Out and back. Leg up. Nice and slow. Hip tucks, bring it in, roll the hip forward. So as you bring that knee up, you're going to give it one last squeeze when it gets to the top. And you're going to feel the core pull up, or the pelvis pull in and up in a forward tuck. Up, squeezing those core muscles, those lower abs. Belly button down to the hip. Squeeze it. Full exhale. Get all the air out of the lungs. Remember, doing that means you had to contract all the core muscles to get that diaphragm up, to get all the air out of the lungs. That's what we're looking for. Up, up. Couple more. Bring it up and up. Hands up overhead. As you bring the leg up, reach to the outside, rolling the shoulders around and back up. Same side, second time. Squeeze it right down the middle. Up. Other side. Extend. Knee up. Rolling the shoulders like you're doing a Russian twist. Bring it around. Back up. Leg. Straight down. High knee, pull down. And then knee up with that rotation. Middle. Other side. Remember, full exhale. And back. Still rolling that hip up. Shoulder blades are coming down as you do that. You should feel this in the upper abs, lower abs, and the obliques. 3 sets, all in one exercise. What a bargain. What a bargain. And down. Middle. Other side. Around, rolling that shoulder. One more time back. And we will be done. Last one. And around. All right. Leg up and out. External rotation. Foot up. Hip rotates. Leg rotates in the hip joint. Hips don't rotate. Let me try to say that right. Don't do this. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't let that knee drop in. That caving in is going to roll the hips with it. You want that foot flat on the floor on the stationary leg. Other foot comes out, knee and toe, same direction. Up, out, tap, and in. And back, around, and back. A couple more. Out, and in, working on the outside of the hips here to pull that leg out. Remember, core is the bottom of the pelvis all the way up to the rib cage. All right, picking that foot up, we're going to up, out, roll that arm out to the side, and back in, other side, up, out, hold everything tight right here, straight forward. Bring it in and down, up, roll out, in and down. Make sure you keep that knee and toe together. If the foot won't go out that far, don't make the knee go out that far. Up, out, in and down. Stationary foot flat on the floor. Don't let the knee drop out like mine did. Out and in, working the obliques, working those hip abductors, outside of the hips, giving you all kinds of strength and stability for walking. Out and in, out and in, arms up, genie style. So leg comes up and out. You're going to rotate the opposite direction. Bring it into center and down. Other side. Knee comes up. Rotate out. Foot and knee in and back down. Up. Opposite direction. Working those obliques as we make that rotation. So I really have to concentrate here on keeping the knee and the toe in the same direction. And back in. Up. Around. In. Squeeze it. Bring it back. Other side. Couple more. And back. Last one. Out. And in. Leg out. Let's try this from this direction. Heels out like that. We're going to bring the foot in. Tap the toe. Bring it back. Other side. Squeeze. And back. Out. Tap it. So just make sure you got those shoulder blades back, chest out, looking right straight out in front of you, ears over shoulders. Nothing is moving except the hip and the knee and the ankle. Everything below the waist. Down every joint and back. Working those hamstrings to pull it back, working the core as you come in, tightening it up so that you don't move those shoulders forward, so you don't hunch. Back and up. Back and forward, arms out. As you bring the foot back, bring the shoulder blades back, squeeze it all together, that rear chain, getting that lower back, and then out, other side. Squeeze it and extend, back and out. As you reach the arms out, don't let yourself reach out for it, rolling the shoulders forward. You just keep the back straight like it is. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then as you reach out, the shoulders go forward, but the body torso doesn't follow it out. Back, squeeze it, and forward. On, in, and out. Bring it back and down. 2 more. 1 here. Release. 1 here. Out. Arms down. Back to the obliques we go. Step out to the side, diagonal right through here, and bring it up, out, and up. So you can pick it up, rotate, leg within the hip socket, knee toe pointing out in the side at a diagonal, out and in. Get the shoulder blades back, get the chest out. Start here first, and we're going to add, but I want you to have this nice feeling of keeping in that neutral posture from the back, out. The sits bones are not turning, weight staying right on top of them, and the hips aren't moving, out and in. As you step out, bring the arm across, reach, and bring it back in, other side, out. We're rotating the torso, bringing that shoulder around, rotate the shoulders. Torso turns too, but it's through the middle of the back, not going into the lower back. Don't let yourself lean forward and bend forward. You want to keep that spine straight. So we're rotating out and back. Out to the side, reach at a diagonal, bring it back. Roll that shoulder out, bring it in. Again, make sure you're turning the entire shoulder girdle as you make that rotation. Left to right, straight line all the way across, continues on and back, out and back, same thing, right across the chest. A punch kind of, and back, out and in. Reach right across and bring it back. Roll the shoulders. Don't let the hips turn. Don't let the sits bones turn. Out and in, out and in. We're going to go down, 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 down. Leg comes out, punch across, hip hinge. So as you come down, that leg comes out. What was I doing? Leg out to the side, and then rotate, reaching down, hip hinge, shoulders back, and then up and to the other side, out, rotate, and back in. So it is out and down, roll the shoulders. You want to go into a little bit of a hip hinge here, reach across, and bring it back, out. Again, the obliques are working to do that rotation. Upper abs are working as you reach down with the shoulders, squeeze it, and bring it back, and in, out, and in, inside the leg. Right there, bring it back, tap, and in, out, and back. Last one, reach, and bring it back in. Feet out, 45, like that. We're going to start out with shoulder blades back, chest is out, grab onto the bottom of the chair. I want you to just lift that leg up and back down again. Heel first, ball the foot, just barely off the floor. Up. Keep the shoulder blades back, keep the chest out. So I had to bring chin up just a little bit, shoulder blades back just a little bit as I was doing this. This caused me to start leaning forward. It's a harder move. If you have that and you're not able to maintain your posture, bring the feet in just a little bit, making it just a little bit easier. Up and up. A little less intense, as we call it. Up and up. Hands behind the head. What we're going to do is, as that foot comes up, bend to the side. Don't bend toward the knee. So don't rotate and come toward the knee. You're just pulling down on the side as that leg comes up and back down. You want to feel this from the bottom of the hip all the way up to the top, going almost up to the abs. So, out wide, up, down on that same side, and bring it in. Up, squeeze to the side. It's a side bend only. And up, reach it, and bring it back. Get down as deep as you can. Keep the elbows back so you're keeping that spine in neutral position. Mine was leaning forward. Down, and back up. Up, couple more. Across, one more time. Bring it up, hold it, and back down. Same thing this time. We're going to reach as we bring the foot up. We're going to reach across. out, and back. Foot comes right straight up. Reach cross body, roll the shoulders. Take your time with this one. Foot up and rotate. Brain exercises. Up and out and back down. Straight up. Reach. In and down. Up. Hip flex or the hip flexors are working to hold the foot up. The abductor muscles on the outside of the hip are working to keep that leg out to the side, up and out. Bring it back down, out and back. All right. All right. All right. We're going to take and just up and out. Kick the leg in and back down. So start here, making sure that you're in that neutral position. Up, out, in. Take it out. Bring it back. Arms out to the side. Actually, bring them up overhead. What you can do is as you extend that leg, rotate the shoulders, reach in that direction, and bring it back. But don't lean forward as you do that. Lift up, reach across, roll the shoulders around, and bring it back up again. You should be feeling these muscles working on the outside of the core as well as the lower core to lift that leg up, upper abs to pull you towards that foot, around, squeeze, and down. Keep the core tight. Exhale. When you get to that extension, out and back. Turn it and bring it back in. And up. Out. And up. All right. And hold right there. Keeping the feet out wide. We're going to do this time is hands up. This time you're going to do a hip hinge. Down, reach, keeping the shoulder blades back. Spine stays in neutral, going into a rotation. Working the obliques on the sides. Shoulder blades, working those muscles between the shoulder blades. And back up, off to the other side. Down, reach across, and come back up again. And up. Shoulder blades stay back and down as you do that rotation. Arms stay right straight across. That's why we have the arms out so that you have those shoulder blades back. Up. Down. And up. Core tight. Up. Down. And bring it back up. Take that out. Roll the shoulders around a little bit. Bringing the knees in. We're going to just bring the foot up and back down. So concentrate, lift up, inner thigh, groin muscles to pull that leg in and back out. Outer thigh, outer hip to pull that leg back out again. So it's up and in, and then set it back down again. Shoulder blades are back. When you get to the top, squeeze the core. Tight. And in. Up. Squeeze it. Arm back out to the sides. And reach. And down. Foot comes in. Shoulders rotate. Don't have to touch the heel. Also, make sure you're not just reaching across with one arm. You want that entire shoulder girdle to rotate so you're really engaging those core muscles, those obliques on the side of the core. Around and back. Up. Tight. And bring it back. So you're driving those shoulder blades down as you come down into the hips and back up again. And up. Couple more. Leg in, tap, other leg in, and release. We have a couple more to do. Take a break for right now. Grab a drink of water. I'll go get mine. I got it. It's right here. No problems. I found it. So next one we're going to do. Come out to the edge of the chair. Find your neutral for right now. Just kind of relax. So there's a little bit of cardio in this. A little bit of keeping the heart rate up as we go. If it gets to be too much, slow it down. You go at your pace. We do it for 30 seconds on each one. So you want to make sure that you just go with however you can do it, not at my pace. All right, so we're just going to bring that leg up and back down, up. Hip flexors are warmed up, so you should be able to get that fairly high up. You're keeping the shoulder blades back as you do this, chest out, hold on to the bottom of the chair if you need to, up and back down. What I'd rather have you do is not hold on to the chair. Just don't bring that leg up so high that you're rolling the shoulders down. Get it up as high as you can. One last squeeze at the top and back. That last squeeze, you're going to feel the core muscles engage. Exhale. Lower abs, bring that hip forward, giving you that little extra tuck. And down, up. Squeeze it. Arms up overhead. As you bring that leg up, reach to the outside. Fingers together. Out and back up. So you're bringing the shoulders down, down, not leaning forward, not rolling the back. It is shoulder blades down and back up. Should feel this through the upper back as well as the upper abs and the lower abs. Up. Squeeze it and extend. And up. Make sure you're getting, as you come back up, use that as a chance to get yourself back in neutral. Just in case you started to lean forward as you brought that knee up and reached forward. Down and up. Down and up. We're going to make that just a little bit different here. Hands up overhead, starting out with down on the side, roll the shoulders, bring it back up in the middle, other side, down, shoulders roll back, up in the middle, it's a V. Rotate the hands as you come down and then reach across the body. Don't turn the torso, just let the shoulders roll and back up. Other side, shoulders roll. Then you can bring the torso into it, looking out at a diagonal and back in. But make sure those hips don't move. Knees stay straight. Feet are flat on the floor. No turn through the sits bones whatsoever. Through the hips. Shoulder blades back as you come up to the top. Bring it down. Squeeze it. Back up. Tight, up to the top, and up. Couple more times. Roll it, and bring it up. Other side down. Rotate the shoulders. Bring it back up, and arms down. All right, heels up. So come out to the edge of the chair, glute fold on the edge of the chair, bring up the heels. Get yourself so the ball of the foot is flat on the floor, inside to outside, and back down. Again, normally we roll to the outside when we lift up. So we bring those heels up, we kind of roll to the outside of the foot. You want to make sure you're using these inner thigh muscles to keep you straight. Up and back down. Grab onto the back of the chair. We're going to keep up on the balls of the feet, lifting just a little bit, going into a bit of a tiptoe here. Shoulder blades are back. Control the movement. Nice and slow up, nice and slow down. When you get to the top, one last squeeze, and then bring it down. And up. Squeeze it, and back down. Other side. Up, tight, and back down. Core's tight. Just concentrate on those lower abs as you lift that foot up. Lift that knee up, coming into a crunch. Squeeze it, and back down. Two more. One more. Done. Should feel that right in the front of the hips. So what we're looking for is you should have the feeling that you've worked the muscles from the bottom of the pelvis, from those lower hips there, all the way up to the rib cage. All of these muscles all the way through, including the back, lower back, should all have been involved in those exercises. You should feel all those muscles have been worked. One more. Sit back and relax, will you? Get your back on the back of the chair. Nice and solid. Roll right into the back of that chair. I want you to extend the legs out, picking one up at a time. Up and back down. So you're extending at the knee. But once you get there where the knee is extended, bring the leg up just just an inch, and back down again. So the foot extends, then lift, back down, and down. Keep yourself solidly planted against the back of that chair, whatever it takes. Up. We're trying to get all of the work happening here. Top of the hip, hip flexor, and then up into the lower abs. Up and back down. Squeeze and back. So if we do this on the edge of the chair, we have this real tendency to roll the shoulders forward. I want to get this leg lift in, but I want to make sure that we don't hurt the back. So I found this one, and it works out really well because you got to give it just that little squeeze. Leg barely comes up off the chair, but you can feel his muscles working. Squeeze and back down, up and back down. One more time each side. One there, one there. One hand up. As that foot comes up, reach, rotate the shoulders, and bring it back up. So it's up and back. Down, rotate the shoulder, and bring it back up. And reach. Extend the leg, bring it up just an inch, and back. Front of the hip, outside of the core. A leg lift and a rotation. Using the chair to keep the back straight. And up. Full exhale when you get that. Make sure you're contracting those core muscles. You know you are when you pushed all the air out of the lungs. And back up one more time on this side. Squeeze it. And back. Arm down, other side. Ready? Leg out. Raise it. And back. Rotate the shoulders just a little bit. And bring it back again. And up. Tighten the core. Push the lungs up. And push the diaphragm up into the lungs. And out. And out. Extend the leg. Lift and rotate. Take your time with this one. I want you to be able to feel that you're lifting that leg up at the same time that you're rotating. And if you have to do one at a time, it seems to work a lot better. Up, and then bring it around, and back up again. Leg up, raise, rotate, back up, foot up, leg up. One more time. Extend, rotate and squeeze, and back in again. Back down again, back up again. Grab a drink of water. Whew. That was a working exercise. All right, so the next part is going to be just lower body, kind of standing and seated. Lower body strength, working the hips, working the legs, the thighs, calf muscles, shins, that whole thing. Our regular lower body strengthening for mobility and stability. Heels up. Squeeze it. And back down. These are going to go slow. We get the heart rate up on that whole set of the last 30 minutes. Let's bring it down a little bit. Up. Shoulder blades are back. Chest is out. And back down. Heels up. Feel those muscles tighten up in the back of the lower leg. Hold it there while they cramp up and then back down, but not quite cramping. Up. So you're rolling off the ball of the foot. You're not going up on the toes. Most of the weight is in the ball of the foot. Toes are very lightly touching the floor. Up and back down. That way we're really, really focusing on those calf muscles. Up and back down one more time. Up, squeeze it, and back down. Toes up this time, stretching out those calf muscles we just used. Roll the shoulder blades back, make sure you're in neutral position. I say that because I wasn't. Sorry. Up and back down. Toes up, as high as you can get them. What you're looking for here, the only thing you're looking for is to feel the muscles working, top of the foot, up through the ankle, going about 3/4 of the way up the shin. Shins. Up and back down. Doesn't hurt to take a deep breath and blow it all out. Tightening up those core muscles always. Up, squeeze, and back down. A couple more. Up and down. One more time. You're there. Grab onto the back of that right knee or the right thigh. Roll the shoulder blades back. Chest is out. Just going to extend at the knee, far as it'll go. No push here. You just want to feel these muscles contract in the top of the thigh, front of the thigh. Out and back in. Nice and slow. When you get to that extended position, hold it there for a couple counts. Roll the shoulder blades back. Make sure you can feel the front of that leg working. And down. Foot is coming right straight out from the knee. Knee, hip, toe, all in alignment. Ankle too. Up and back down nice and slow. Roll the shoulder blades back. Man, I'm having problems with that one. Up and back down. This is a great exercise. It's really easy to keep the shoulders back because you're kind of leaning back as you hold that leg. And back down. A couple more times. Up and back down. Last one. Bring it up. Hold it. And back down to the other side. Grab onto underneath that left thigh. Lift it up as you roll back. So you get your hands underneath there and then roll the shoulder blades back, bringing yourself upright. Make sure everything's in alignment. Got a good grab on that leg and extend at the knee. And nice and slow back in again. Shoulder blades back, chest is out. Up. Feel that little curvature in the lower part of your spine. Out. Squeeze. And back down. Relax the toe so that you're not overstretching or that you're not stretching the calf muscles, which is preventing you from being able to bring that foot up higher. Get it up as high as you can and bring it back. Shoulder blades back, chest out. A little curve in the lower part of the back. I says to myself, out. And back in nice and slow. Take your time with this. Again, I see a lot of people just kick up and down. You want to come up. You want to contract those muscles. Keep them tight in the front of the thigh. And then back down again. Out. And back down. Two more. Bring it up. Hold it. And back in. Last one. Out. And back in. Leg down. Sit, which you are, to stand, which you will be in just a second. First things, toe, heel, knee, hips, all in alignment. They stay in alignment. Roll the shoulders back. Start with just this. It's a hip hinge. Knees are a little bit in front of the heels. Keep the foot flat on the floor. Put the weight, start shifting the weight into the heels as you do that hip hinge forward, and then push yourself back up again to seated. Again, down, drive into the heels, roll the shoulder blades back, keep the chest out, and bring yourself back up again. So this is the form we're going to keep as we go up. One more time. Down and back. As we go up, you can either put your arms out in front of you. If you do, make sure you don't bring the chin to the chest and follow it out. Keep the shoulder blades back and chest is up. Otherwise, you can put the hands on the thighs, keeping the shoulder blades back. And what we're going to do is go hip hinge, push through the heels, and this time drive up to standing, letting the muscles do the work in the rear chain. Hamstrings, glutes. Back the legs up to the chair. Shoulder blades are back. Hands on the thighs. Roll nice and slow down. All the weight's in the heels. And down. And when I say heel, from the back of the arch to the heel. Walk your way out, working those hips, coming out to the edge of the chair, glute fold right on the edge. And again, if you want to put your hands out here, you can do the same thing. It gives you a little more momentum going out. So it's out, shoulder blades are back, push up to a full standing. Don't lock the knees at the top. You still have a micro bend in there, just a little bit of a bend. Back up to the chair one more time. This is as important as getting up. When you sit down, get the back of your legs to the chair and then come down nice and slow and set all at once softly, where you're not hurting the spine, you're not twisting, and jarring that tailbone, spine as you come down, which is really hard on the back. All right, one more time. Out, push through the heels, and come up to standing. Couple exercises. The important ones. Outside of the hip, toes forward, hip stays right in alignment here. So your torso shifted over this hip, over this knee, because that's your base of support. And then up on the other side is where you bring that hip or that leg. My hip rolls out every time. I have to consciously bring it in. So it's out here. I tighten up those muscles so it locks into place. And then that other leg comes up, but it doesn't come up very high. And back down. And I do this without leaning out to the side. Try to stay as upright as possible. Up. And back down. Toe stays forward. Shoulder blades stay back. Heel stays back just a little bit. Legs are basically in the same plane. This moving leg may be back just a little bit more. Little tiny bend in the knee. Pull that hip in. Get it in there. You're going to feel these muscles working out there. I'm giving myself cueing. Up. And back down. Most of the cues you get mean I'm not doing it right. And I'm reminding you and reminding me. And back down. Couple more. Man, that stationary leg, that hip should be burning right now. Down. 2 more. Up. And back in. Last one. Out. And back. Other side. You know, I've done these exercises for the last 10 years and it's still work. It is a lot of work. Hold that hip in, leg out, toe forward. Don't kick the bottle. Up. Don't kick the bottle. And back. Up. Squeeze those glutes. When you get up to the top, hip is in, squeeze the muscles on the other side, tighten the muscles up all the way through that leg, through that rear chain, and bring it back. Squeeze. Don't lock the knee out though. And back. Up. Squeeze those muscles. So what you're kind of doing is working into the glutes, pushing that hip forward just a little bit, doing that tuck. Using the glutes though on this one. And back down. Hip is in on one side, glutes engaged on the other. This really hurts. Up in a good way. In a I'm doing something positive for my body kind of way. And back down. One more time. Up. Squeeze it. And back in again. Oh my goodness. Let's give the outside of the hips a break. Back of the chair. Shoulder blades are back. Heel up. And back down. Oh, I felt that one. That was a cramp back there. Knees stay side by side. Bring that foot up. One last squeeze. And back down. Tap the toe if you need to. Make sure the hips are in alignment. Again, so as I brought that foot up, my hip dropped out to the side. I got to bring it back in. And back down. Not locking out the knee. So many things to remember. And back down. Up. Hip is in. Hamstrings doing all the work to lift that lower leg. And back down. And one more time. Up. Squeeze. And back down. So when we raise the heels, we got the calf muscles. When we raise the toes, we got the front, those shins. When we did that foot extension, knee extension, we got the quadriceps in the front of the thigh. Now we're getting the hamstrings in the back of the thigh. Other side. I gave me a break there by explaining that. Knees side by side. Bring it up. Squeeze. And back down. Hips straight. Up. Tight. Back down nice and slow. Take your time. Fight gravity. Up. Control the movement all the way up and all the way down. Don't come up fast. Squeeze at the top. Hold for a count. And then drop slowly. And up. Squeeze it. And back down. 2 more. One more time. Bring it up and back down again. To the chair we go. So we worked our way around the hips, glutes, thighs, lower leg, ankles. We got them all. We got them all. Extend out, right leg first, toe back, shoulder blades back, a little bit of a hip hinge. Looking for that stretch in the calf muscles. Those we tightened up. Hold it. And back up again to the other side. Toe back as far as you can get it. Little bend in the knee. Shoulder blades back, pointing right at that toe, coming straight at it with the chest, not with the head, with the chest, driving it down there, keeping the shoulder blades back as far as they'll go. And back up again, back to the other side. Here's the one I really need. Hamstring stretch. Relax the toe. Little bend in the knee. Shoulders back, chest out as you lean. Again, chest toward the toe. You only want the top half of the leg above the knee into the butt. If you don't feel it there, extend that leg out a little bit more. If you feel it in the lower half of the leg, relax the toe. Put a little more bend into the leg. Just all kinds of adjustments you can do. Just make sure you keep it straight as you come down. You just want to start feeling those muscles stretch, then you stop. Use the hands. Come back up again, other side. Remember, once that muscle starts to stretch, all that happens after that is the body wants to pull it back again, so you don't need to go any farther. You're just causing problems for the rest of the muscle. Bring it back, shoulder blades are back. Chest out, there we go. All kinds of adjustment needed here. But that's the beauty. If you just do it a little bit at a time, stay conscious of the movement, you'll get there. You just keep moving the knee around, get the shoulders back, dig a little more into it, relax the toe, all kinds of things. And using the hands, bring yourself back up again, legs out wide. Hands on the thighs, come right straight down. Stretching out the glutes, hamstrings, and lower back, inner thighs. Deep breath in and push up. Swan dive under the chair, hands down. Roll the shoulders toward the floor. Neck stays straight, so when you get down to the bottom, all the work is happening by bringing the shoulders down and reaching back, not bringing the chin to the chest. Roll the hands out, push on the thighs, bring yourself back up again. Feet together. We're going to do a rotation. We got time. Left hand outside the right knee or right thigh, grab onto the back of the chair. Shoulder blades back, chest is out. Start that rotation. Back shoulder does the rotating. Bring it around. Bring that chin around just a little bit more. Shoulder blades back one more time. And to center. When I get into that rotation, I can always get the shoulder blades back a little more. And when I do, I can turn those shoulders just a little bit more. So I get a little more stretch out of it without hurting the lower back. All right, here we go. Other side. Looking right straight out in front of you. Shoulder blades are back. Looking out over the shoulder. So let the neck go around as far as it can. And then bring it back to center again. Reach down underneath. Just lay on the thighs for right now. Whew. All right, done with that. Bring it up. Deep breath in, stomach out. Exhale. Get down on those thighs. Push the air out. Tighten up the core. And refill the lungs with fresh Wisconsin air. Come smell our dairy air. And bring it back down again. And we're there. Good job, guys. There's a lot of good work. A little bit of cardio in there, too. A lot of work on the muscles. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I will see you Friday.